Hey, what's up, good people? Your boy Onyx. So, anyways, Tekken, Bandai Namco, whatever you want to say it, dropped the upcoming patch notes for Season 2, starting to rectify the many problems that were introduced upon the release of Season 2. First and foremost, I want to say this before I get started. These are just my opinions, obviously. If you disagree with me, fine, but do not get crazy in the fucking comments. Second, if you do not want to hear my thoughts on the patch, that's okay. There are plenty other content creators on YouTube that also speak about the same subject. Anyways, let's get started. So the patch came out. Mainly thing they want to focus on over aggression with both the heat system and with certain moves just being so oppressive that they just are spammable, such as Jax makes some noise, or other moves. I use another example of mine. I don't know the name of the move. Is when Brian does that really fast punch, that really fast punch. And for those who know that move is really fucking annoying. But that's what they were going to talk about. Also, one thing right now, I want to say this real quick. I don't think this is a good idea. This is the only thing I'm not feeling about the upcoming patch, which is supposed to be April 17, is the fact that we're going to increase the health. To me, Tekken 8 didn't have a health problem. The current health bars for the characters are fine. I don't think the increased HP was necessary. I actually think that's the only dumb decision that's coming. But we shall see how it plays out. But basically, the reason they want to increase the health because the moves in Tekken 8 currently do a lot of damage. So you have more health to give. Getting hit by a 6-5 hit combo. I'm not sure how the health bar works in Tekken, but I'm gonna say if you have 1,000 HP currently, if you get hit by a 65 hit combo, and let's say I'm not 6-5 hit combo, you get hit by a 5 hit combo, 6-5 hit combo Tekken. Oh my god, you get hit by a 5 hit combo, and it does like 65 damage. You're looking at your 8 like, oh my god, a good chunk of my HP is already gone. Therefore, I mean, I'm not sure. Obviously, 65 from 1,000 will be very light. But I'm just saying, in general, maybe. So let's bring it around to maybe Tekken health bar like 300. So 65 from 300 is a good chunk. It's not half, but it's a good chunk of damage you just lost. So by giving the characters more HP, the big combo damage won't be as awful because you have the HP to spare. My personal opinion, though, that was not the route to go because I think the HP is fine right now. I would have toned down combo damage, not increase the HP. Like I said, I think that's the only flaw in this upcoming patch, but we shall see. Because otherwise, I think they're going in the right direction. Because what they're mainly doing now, they realize between all the backlash, Tekken 8 is too aggressive. It is too aggressive in its current state. And the new moves they added, even some not only new moves that they buffed, it was too much. You turn Tekken into a one-sided affair. Now, mind you, I think in core, just common sense, you're going to do what you got to do to defeat your opponent. Hopefully, as long as you're not cheating, like lag switching, or any kind of weird things with PC plays where they put some kind of thing on their character where the character could auto parry, auto block, auto duck, auto sidestep. As long as you're not doing that, do whatever you got to do to get the W. You're not here to play at your opponent's leisure. You're not here to do the things that your opponent wants you to do. You're doing the things that needs to get you the W. However, the way Tekken 8 was in its current state, you couldn't really fight back if you wanted to. If you're getting ran down on, there's little to no chance you're gonna make a comeback. There's little to no chance you're gonna be able to defend yourself. And you're just and another thing I want to talk about heat. Speak about heat. So one thing I want done about the heat, I know they're trying to nullify the whole 50-50 situation from the heat, which is a good thing. But no one thing, let's say I'm gonna use this example. Let's say I'm playing Nina, I'm maining Nina main. Nina, I'm doing moves that my opponent just wants to get me off of them. They don't go for a power crush, because the power crush might be too obvious, because if they do power crush, I block it, I can just get a free throw. They'll do a heat smash and add the blue. So they hit me with the heat smash, not the heat smash, the heat burst. The heat burst. They steal the momentum, and I'm like, oh, come on. Because some characters, when they activate the heat, they come super duper strong. It's like they get like the Super Saiyan form, Brian. And it comes a lot to deal with. And you were doing well, but now you're not doing so good. Because even you pop your heat, because I'm going to say it like this, which is a good thing. I actually want Nina's heat to stay the way it is, because it's not cheap. Nina, to me, has one of the weaker heats in the game now. Or it just makes her bully attacks stronger than what they were already. and her bullet attacks are just whatever. Because in the most part, you could duck them. Except for that one where she hits with the knee and then she goes bang bang. That one you have to sidestep, I believe, or just block. But that one is not really that good as combo feeling. I actually use that move only when I got my opponent in the corner. Because otherwise, that move's kind of ass. But that's just my opinion. But getting back to the balancing, Tekken 8 is going to start calming down the Unga Bunga offense. And like I said, I'm an offensive guy. I like the offense. That's what I loved about Tekken 8 initially. But compared to Season 1, where I feel like it was controlled, the Unga Bunga wasn't crazy. Did some things need changes? Yes, they did. Like, Nina was considered too strong for people. I already spoke about my personal thoughts on that, but screw it. Y'all felt that way. Jin, Alyssa, Clive, and a couple others. So all they had to do was tone down their aggression, but overall, Tekken 8 was at a good state and bring up Safina. Safina, I actually am gonna I'm not gonna 100% say this because I'm very like a rainbow, and I'm not talking about my gay parts, me being gay. I'm like a rainbow. One minute I'm like the color blue, next minute I'm color yellow, color green. So my mood always changes. Depends on the day. So I don't want to promise it, but I do want to make a video about Safina's nerfs and why I feel like Safina keeps getting the shit end of the stick when it comes to balancing. But that'd be a different video. Continuing on, the aggression in Tekken 8 is just brutal right now. So unless you're constantly on your opponent's ass, it's really hard to mount the victory. And then you're fighting one of the more OP characters currently, like Jack, Paul, King, Jin, Azuzena, June, and a few others I'm not naming at the moment. Tekken is not a fun game, including Anna. Like I said, Anna's always dependent on the play, which every character is depending on the player. No matter how strong they are, how weak they are in the meta. It depends how the player uses them. Anna has a lot of tools, especially with her with Lovely Tom, with the debuff effects that makes her hard to deal with. Also, some of her attacks have an auto tracking tool, which is like, what? And that's another issue. You cannot buff sidestep if you're giving so many tracking moves. That's like telling me, okay, Onyxe, the restaurant is open 24 hours. Your favorite restaurant to get your pineapple pizza, but there's endless traffic. So, and the thing is, there's no red light. There's never a red light. Everything's on go, go, go. So if I even attempt to try to get to the pizza shop to get my pineapple pizza, I'm gonna get hit by a car. Cause nothing was implemented. You gave me this thing that I wanted, but you put such a big roadblock that the thing I want might as well not exist. And that's how people feel about the sidestep. So now it moves getting looked at, investigated. And honestly, this patch is not going to fix all the problems that Tekken 8 has. Tekken 8 will still have this bullshit once this patch drops on the 17th. But at least Tawada and the team are starting to chip away at the BS. Now, another needs to be real. There's no such thing as a perfect fighting game. Someone is still going to be pissed off with Tekken 8. That's inevitable. You cannot please everybody. But I think you get the majority back to a good place. That's a hell of a good start. So I definitely hope this patch is the beginning of a brighter future for Tekken 8. Because I don't want Tekken 8 to fail. It's one of my favorite 3D fighters. My main favorite is Dead or Alive. But Tekken is one of my favorite 3D fighters. I grew up with Tekken. So I don't want Tekken 8 to fail. But in its current condition, it is shit. And another thing I want to say real quick. We're human. We're all human. I have feelings. And when you watch this, all have feelings. But when someone gives you constructive criticism, like about your game and about balancing, you don't just go on a blocking streak, whatever. My speech kicked in. A blocking streak. You listen to the criticism, saying, okay, understood, got it. I would like to do better. I will try to improve. That's all. But you don't get, how dare you try to tell me about me when you're in the wrong, Michael Murray. So that's all I want to say for now. I am looking forward to what the 17 is. Because the good thing is I've been pumping out content. Obviously, members get to see the videos right now. I made videos only up to Wednesday for Tekken 8. Because I do want to take a little hiatus, a mini hiatus. But I now want to check out this upcoming patch that's going to drop on the 17th. I probably won't actually get to try out the Friday though when I come home from work. Because the patch may not be out on time. The time it comes out, the game might be offline, so obviously I can't play a game when it's not on offline. Yeah, you could play the offline modes like arcade, story mode, practice, and stuff like that. But To actually put in practice what you learn, you need online. So that's it for now. I'm done talking. And I just hope this is the beginning of getting Tekken 8 back on the right course. Now, mind you, I don't think the game should become defense city, but you gotta have a good balance of both. You cannot have offense, 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 and the defense be damned. The same way you can't have defense, 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 where the offense doesn't matter. Even if Tekken 8 rewards offense more, defense still has to be there. You cannot have the absence of defense. Yes, the offense can be more rewarding, but the defense still has to be there because if it's just offense without any way to deal with the offense, it's just utter nonsense. Last thing I want to say, um, the last thing I want to say as well before I end this, 'cause I just remembered it. A lot of people talk about Tekken as if only the pro players and veteran players opinions matter about balancing stuff. To me, I'm getting a little tired of that narrative because they're not the only ones playing the game. I'm a casual now. I've been playing Tekken for a long time, so some people may not. I'm a seasoned casual. I don't do tournaments, never will. But I do think you don't just take the inputs from pro players. You take the inputs from players in general, not just the pros. Because they're not the ones buying it. I'm tired of this narrative, and a lot of big YouTubers like, you're the pros, the pros, the pros. I hate that narrative with a passion, because they're not the only ones playing it. But other than that, that's all I wanted to say for now, for real this time. Peace, take care, honest play out. Love you, child.